What's up YouTube, it is Scott, and today we're going to be looking at a man who is so delusional that it's borderline insane. And I'm not joking when I say this. I'm 100% telling the truth when I tell you that this man is pretty much insane. Now let me start this off by saying this. People have opinions, and when they have opinions, sometimes they feel the need to convince other people of their opinions. And sometimes their opinions are a little bit strange, like what we're gonna see here. Now this man had an opinion, and what did he do with his opinion? He made 40 full-length YouTube videos, and I'm not exaggerating. And you might ask, what is this opinion? What would he feel so passionate about to make 40 full-length videos? And his opinion was that Australia doesn't exist. With that bombshell that I just dropped, I'm just gonna get right into the video. If you like my type of content that I upload, consider liking or subscribing. Also, I'm planning on getting a better mic soon, so yeah, you shouldn't have to deal with the really crappy mic.
It's not real. It is not fucking real. Australia does not exist.
I think this is just a prime example of how crazy some people on the internet are. Like if you told someone from 10 years ago that there is a man claiming that an entire continent just doesn't exist and is just not there, then they would laugh at you.
It isn't real. Can't you delusional fucks get that through your thick skulls?
I'm sorry, man, but I think the only one here with a thick skull is you. The fact that he's this emotional over such an insane thing just proves my point. Like, the fact that there are people insane enough to genuinely believe that a continent doesn't exist just blows my mind.
It isn't real. It doesn't exist. Get over it. It's not a real place. You janky ass cuntweaves are really beginning to get on my nerves.
Imagine being annoyed that people are disagreeing with you right after you said an entire continent doesn't exist. Like, I don't understand how this man can say a whole continent doesn't exist and then expect to not get hate for it. Like, after you say something like that, it's kind of to be expected, to be honest. I mean, there's not really much you can do when you're claiming that Australia just is non-existent.
You really are. You think that this nonsensical place actually exists. There's no proof that it exists. There's no sense in thinking that it could ever possibly be a real place.
No proof that Australia exists, huh? There are actually 25 million pieces of evidence that Australia exists. Are all of those people non-existent too? I genuinely don't see how someone could this confidently believe that an entire continent doesn't exist. Like, it just makes no sense to me.
Yet you all still, Australia is real. No, it's not. It's not real. It's a fantasy. It's no more real than Narnia. Or Middle Earth. Or that weird place where the Teletubbies live.
I don't even need to say anything here. Like, this guy is just so insane that he just makes himself look stupid without any help.
You claim it was discovered by Captain Cook. You know what that sounds like to me? It sounds as legit as Captain Hook, as Captain Birdseye and Colonel Sanders. That's what it sounds like to me. That's what it sounds like to anyone who has a slight amount of rationality.
No, that's what it sounds like to people who have a good amount of insanity. And I don't think that the man claiming that an entire continent doesn't exist should be talking about rationality.
It's nonsense to think that Australia could be a real place. Have you ever heard of anywhere else with so many deadly animals and strange looking different things that are nowhere else in the world? They have spiders bigger than birds. How does that happen? It doesn't. That's what.
I think this is the classic case of I don't understand it, so it's not real. He just can't handle the fact that not everywhere is exactly on par with what he considers normal. He just denies its existence. And with all this rambling, he still hasn't come up with a single logical reason to why Australia does not exist. Alright, it's 1 in the morning. I feel brain dead. Goodbye.